Yeah, MODELMIND72 doing a part 2 of Big Rican's 1950 Oldsmobile tribute build, Pride. You know, I think it's one of the greatest things the community could do, you know, for a fellow modeler, is to build a tribute model to him in passing. I had so much enjoyment building this car. It's just, you know, wonderful gesture. Anybody out there that wants to jump on board and build one for him, go for it. Alright, in this part 2, we're going to try to go over some of the aspects of the car that we didn't get in part 1. We did add an amp. There's an amp back here in the trunk that we added. So got that back there. These tail lights are custom tail lights. I love the way this car sets, the way it looks, the whole nine. These scratch bit rims came out so wonderful. Alright, underside of the chassis, we're going to do a quick description. So I guess we'll start from the rear. Basically, we got the fuel tank wired up. We got the fuel line running from the tank up to the fuel filters. There's actually two fuel filters on there, but we used the stock kit axle, but we modified it with some custom scratch built disc brakes. We got brake lines running from you know, each disc up to the front master cylinder. We got we used guitar strings. That's the low, high E. Actually, that's actually the high E, which is a .009 for the brake lines. Got the light mocha accent rear end with the nail polish. The nail polish on the front differential. We actually got a Corvette rear differential chrome cover on there. We got a chrome sprue for the drive shaft. We got our oil filter painted, flat black oil pan. Got the transmission, same color as the engine block. We got a scratch built front end here. Basically, we took some components from the kit and did some scratch building to get the you know, with some paper clips for tie rod stabilizers here, and a bunch of scratch built components to get it to set the way we wanted it to. We do have custom headers, custom scratch built headers. You can see the bottom of them, because she sets really low, so those had to be custom fabricated to get our height. Yeah, so you can see how the front hood floats. Again, that's a horseshoe floating hinge, trick hinge. The engineering in these hinges on this car was one of the areas that I wanted to challenge myself in, as I said, and I think I did it justice. You know. Of course, the doors do open. I was gonna go with some of my other trick hinges that I've put on some of my other builds, but this one right here, it called for a special trick hinge setup. So as far as the engineering department was concerned, you know, I told myself, do something that you've never done before. You know, break new ground, step your game up, inspire. So this is what I came up with, guys. You know, I like to think Big Rican's looking down from heaven and checking this ride out. And brother, I gave it wings. I put some GULLWING hinges on this build to give it wings to fly up to heaven so Big Rican can drive it. And like I say, I went all out as far as the hinges go on this particular car, just because I think that I think it deserved that. It was one of those builds. So let's get to the engine here. This block is the block that comes out of the 1966 Pro Street Nova AMT kit. That was the basis for the engine. You know, I had a few different engines that I was going to go, but for some reason I ended up going with that one. And it turned out really, really good as far as the whole setup on the blower and everything. It was more of a visual. I was going more for a visual appeal of this engine, so aesthetically pleasing to the eye and pleasing to the build. So that was basically what I was going for with the engine. You know, we got electrical tape for the belt. We got the brass pulleys, chrome fan. We got blue spark plug wires, color-coded engine valve covers and headers, and also on the induction there. We got the block was painted with a Model Master color. It's some kind of sunrise, something sunrise. It was the same color I used on a 55 Ford build. If you go back to look at that 55 Ford Divine Sunrise build, that was the same block, except there's no clear on this particular. That was like a 2-part system setup paint job, but I just left this one with just the paint and no clear on the block. The firewall is a scratch-built mirror firewall. On the interior, we went with it's called light mocha. Is the color on the seats, the dash, even the wheels, the accents in the wheels on the disc brakes, and the accents on the engine, under the hood, the trunk, all that is the light mocha acrylic paint. The interior is a cloth interior, and I decided to go with a cashmere. So it's a cashmere cloth interior with light mocha accents. Actually, that steering wheel is post is nail polish. It's actually nail polish on there. There's a couple of nail polish accents around on the dash and engine and under the chassis and stuff like that too. The steering wheel is actually a chrome steering wheel, a chrome chain steering wheel, and the gear shift is a stick pin, scratch built console. I believe that chrome console actually came out of the 66 Pro Street Nova as well, if I can remember correctly. The speaker setup, I don't know if you can see back there or not, but there's a speaker setup. I actually printed that speaker box out of the decal sheet of the 67 what was that? The 67 Chevelle, and cut it out and glued it in with white glue, and the 6x9s too, both of those. Let's see. Like I say, we got the gullwing doors. Just wonderful, wonderful build, guys. I enjoyed this build thoroughly, and I hope everybody enjoys it as much as I did. Bringing it to the channel is just it's just an amazing piece of artwork, you know. I love this body style. I love the curves. I love the lines. I've been trying to get the 54 Chevy kit so I could do something similar with it, but this particular car lends itself to some of those ideals. So yeah, so some of these paints I'm going to go ahead and throw out here that I used. I've had really good success with these paints, guys. So if you get a chance to use them, go for it. This is the Apple Barrel brand acrylic paint. It's the 21489 light mocha. I got that in the interior there. I'm going to use that on a lot of future builds. I really love the way that laid down. The nail polish that I used on this particular build is a Pure Ice brand, and this is Magic 812520. Actually, that's the UPC. I think it could be 252CP Pure Ice Magic. Then on that engine block, this Model Masters custom lacquer system. This is the Sunrise Red Pearl 1996 47628. Really, really good paints. All right, Charles Burns Jr., aka MODELMIND72. This is part 2 of Behind the Styrene episode of the 1950 Oldsmobile Club Coupe. This is my tribute to Big Rican, and it's all for you, brother. I highly enjoyed this build. I just want to put out there that all the builders that watch YouTube and see the channels, start your own channel, guys. Grab a video camera and start filming your builds. Put them on there. The community loves and welcomes with open arms new builders, young and old. One cool thing about this hobby is you're never too young to build and you're never too old to build. So, you know, all is welcome in this hobby. I hope y'all enjoyed this project. I immensely enjoyed building this and dedicating it to a former YouTube builder. And I'm going to give y'all one final glance, a walk around the car. Comment, rate, subscribe. A big shout out to all of my subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, tuning in to the channel. We'll just go around. At this point, this car is it's finished as far as all I'm going to do with it right now. I could always add stuff later. You know how that goes. But for now, this is the way it's going to sit. I'm going to get a display case and put it in there. This one's dedicated to Big Rican. I will be doing a final slideshow in the future of this car. Like I say, guys, inspiration comes from all places. I highly have been inspired by YouTube's community, model car community, and just trying to give back. We have a wonderful community here, guys. We need to stay strong, keep your builds coming, keep your channels active, and just a big shout out to the community from MODELMIND72. From my heart to your eyes and ears. Rest in peace, brother. This one's for you. Peace out.